You the devil. Hey, you the devil. You a Satanist, huh?
Yeah, it's your boy Kid Fresh, Hot 937 in the building.
We're not at Hot 937 though.
Okay. It's your boy Kid. Okay. Yo, it's your boy Kid Fresh on location, chopping it up. CT artist Two Tails.
Yes.
And that's with the Z.
Can I do that too? Yo, it's your boy Two Tails. We chopping it up with Kid. It doesn't sound as cool.
I know, cause I'm chopped and screwed. That's that dirty South.
Yo, I gotta ask, man, for real. That the radio personality, does it ever turn off? Or are you Kid Fresh 24/7?
I'm just Kid Fresh
You Kid
24/7 because you know I'm a Southerner, and I remember when the company hired me to come up here, and I was like, do y'all really want to hire me to come up to Connecticut? First of all, I didn't know where Hartford, Connecticut was.
Yo, that's hilarious because no one knows where Connecticut is. If you're from the South, they never know.
So they were like, it's in between New York and Boston, and I'm like, Boston? That's Tom Brady. All that snow up there?
Yeah.
Hell no. I'm going to know Hartford, Connecticut. And, you know, they just talked me into coming up here for an audition. And I did the audition like, you know what? We want you to stay.
Yo, I gotta say, I really do appreciate you being here and them finding you because, and I'm gonna tell you like this, and this is, they gonna say it's dick riding, whatever. I don't go fuck. When I was younger, man, my mom, when she moved to America and we came to Connecticut, your voice was the most distinct one, and she used to imitate you all the time. And she got the thickest accent, the Haitian accent too. Boom banging at 12 with Kid Fresh. I'm like, ma, chill, B. Yo, what you doing, yo? So it's funny, man. It's crazy how life comes full circle because now here we are talking, right?
Yep.
And you and I think. Who does Tell Them Why You Mad? Is it Big Man?
Big Man.
Yeah. So you and Big Man is the only two that she messes with like heavily. And here we are, man. And it's funny too, because the other day, because I knew we were gonna do this interview for a while now. So the other day I'm like, man, it's been a while since I listened to the radio. I'm not even gonna hold you. Let me listen to the radio, right? And yo, I was actually thoroughly entertained. No lie, like you guys were actually playing. I think Jay-Z came on, and then Frank Ocean, and then like a slew of different artists that I just wasn't expecting. I think it's just maybe the time period, like you guys play different artists at different times or something, because we're just so used to listening to the same thing over and over again, and that's why like a lot of people kind of diss us from the radio.
Right, because I mean, when you listen to the radio and you're hearing the same songs over and over and over again, you kind of get tired, you know, and there's so much different outlets now. You know, you got Sirius, you got Bluetooth, you got iTunes, your phone, iTunes. So there's so many other different outlets now, and we understand that as a radio station. So we have to learn how to adapt. And thank God for Buck giving us those different kind of mix shows, because every day part has their own mix show. You know, Big Man's got his mix show with Rex. Jenny's got her mix show with Craig G, the Ride at 5. I got my mix show with Billy Bush. And on the weekends, we like mix most of the weekend. Yeah. And the mix shows is where you'll hear the DJs, you know, get creative.
They sure
like
do. And that's why, that's also another thing too, man. Y'all were entertaining in the fact that y'all were talking like, y'all were hilarious. Y'all were cracking me up.
Yeah.
Brittany J. Yo, stop ducking me, man. Like, I've been asking her out for like, yo, for real, man. Like, I just hopped on her live too. I said, yo, your hair look like spaghetti today. Speaking of spaghetti, you trying to grab some? Like, it's my birthday coming up soon. I'm 24, yo. Stop playing with me anyway. Yeah, no, like, I hope so. Like, for real. Yeah, nah, y'all were actually hilarious. Like, I was listening to it. I was like, yo, this is actually super duper entertaining. And yeah, man, it's just. It came to a point where a lot of people don't listen to radio for that exact reason. But when you give it a chance nowadays, I think you guys caught on to that, where it kind of got a little redundant. But now you're like, let me throw in the talking in between. Let me throw in some new music, and you guys put me on too. You guys threw me. I think you played Doja Cat, right? And I'm like, why are they playing Doja Cat? And it was actually hard. I was like, oh, and I ended up downloading it. It was Juicy or something. You guys had her.
She was on the station recently.
You feel me? And that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it's really. I think there's a preconceived notion with radio where it's just like, yeah, they just gonna play the same 5 songs over and over again. But it was interesting, and I was entertained, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, for sure.
You know, we, like I said, we realized that in 2019, there are so many different, outlets you can go to. So if you're not able to adapt, you're gonna get left out. And we're too seasoned, we're too hungry, we're too focused to lose our audience. We've had the audience since 2001.
Y'all had me since
I remember when they first signed on, March 2001, they hired Jenny and they hired me. And they had some people that were already there that were just transitioning to the new format, like Tony Guest, Linda Reynolds, Nancy Barrow.
Who were all in the morning.
Yeah, they were already on the station prior to them flipping to Hot 93.7. So, we kind of leaned on them, on how, radio up here is and how the market is, and me and Jenny being up here 18 years, we've kind of adapted to the market.
Sure have.
But sometimes, for me especially, I feel like sometimes I'm fighting a losing battle because Buck told me recently, like, Fresh, with some of these Connecticut artists, not all of them going to like you. Not all of them going to respect you because of the fact that, you're not playing their music.
Yeah.
You get on the radio and you preach how you support Connecticut artists, which is true because you've been playing Connecticut artists since 2001.
Yep.
But a lot of these folks up here, they have tunnel vision. They're like, well, you ain't playing my stuff.
So can I address that too? I'm biased because you already mess with me. We already know what it is. So for like the people who don't get to play, how do I even hit you? Like, yo, can you play my song? Like, how does a Connecticut artist who hasn't got that opportunity yet approach you?
Well, my thing I would tell artists is, first and foremost, don't be like everybody else. Don't be another social media artist. Don't be just an internet artist. You got to get out here in these streets and you got to build relationships. See, a lot of these artists, unfortunately today, they want the money, they want the fame, they want the fortune, they want the respect.
They don't want to put in that work.
But they don't want to work for it.
They don't want to put in that work.
And when they out here doing their thing on social media, they got their videos out there and nice little edited video, and they on SoundCloud and they on the internet all day and sending out emails here, sending out emails there. After a while, when they're not seeing no results,
they get discouraged,
they get frustrated, and they need someone to blame. And the easiest outlet to blame is the radio station.
Man, fuck Kid Fresh. Fuck.
Yep.
So look, you already know I'm biased. I mess with all y'all because y'all mess with me. This how I did it, and this is just for people who are viewing. Is I talk my OG G Money, right? G Money is the plug, man. He's my big bro. He's the one that opened the doors that I couldn't open by myself. He set up the CT showcases, the Sunday supper, which you were judging, and I'm like, all right, I gotta get my Grizzy. This is Kid Fresh, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm gonna show out today. I'm acting up on stage. I'm doing what I do, and I fortunately, thank goodness for everything, won. And from there on, that's how I got your attention. So yeah, for sure, man. People definitely.
And just to elaborate on that particular situation. When I went out there, G told me there was a handful of artists at Fresh you need to meet. And you were one of them. And then when I got a chance to see you perform, that's when I was like, okay, you know what? There's something here. And see, that's what I would tell artists, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be just a social media artist. You got to be out there in them streets. And I was out there hosting the event, and I seen you perform, and I said, G, you know what, twin? I said, yeah, that boy's talented. You know what I'm saying? And then it just snowballed from there.
Exactly.
And then when I heard your music, I'm like, damn, he's talented. The boy can perform and he's talented.
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? And those are the kind of artists that I want to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Talented artists that know how to build relationships, but they also stay busy. Right. And they're not just social media artists.
And that's what I was gonna get into too. Once you get that opportunity, and what do you do with it? All right, you put them on the radio. Now what? So it's how you take it after. Like, you gave me that opportunity, I'm gonna capitalize. I'm gonna do this, that, and the third to get my music more out there because you did this for me. You know what I'm saying?
And another problem too is, not to cut you off.
No, for sure.
A lot of artists that I go above and beyond to show love to and put their music on the radio. I go through the process of getting their music clear with Buck and get the music on the radio. A lot of them aren't doing what you're doing. They just, okay, Kid Fresh is playing my song. I'm good. I'm good.
That's it.
You know, that's
I'm
it.
straight,
That's
man.
it.
I don't
sit
do
at home
nothing
and keep
else.
smoking my boys.
Yeah.
Playing my shit on the radio.
Yeah.
I'm good. See, and then a
man.
month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months go by, and they're like,
Yo, what
Fresh,
happened?
you know what happened?
Nah,
I don't see y'all doing no more showcases, no more talent shows. You ain't doing no concerts. You ain't doing no shows. What y'all doing? I see your Instagram. I see you smoking with your boys in the studio. I see y'all with the girls, you know what I'm saying?
What's up? What you doing?
You know?
Yeah.
And that's where there's a fine line between focused artists and artists that want that love. They want that support. They want that fame. They want that respect, but they don't want to work for it.
Exactly.
It's a fine line. You know what I'm saying? Because just because someone is showing you love and showing you support, don't take advantage of it. And what I mean by that is, if someone is going above and beyond to get your music in the process of getting on the radio, taking advantage of it is just sitting back and just say, Fresh playing my shit on the radio, I'm good.
That's all there is to it.
You
Nah,
know?
man.
That's called taking advantage of a situation.
Facts.
You know?
So this is my plug right now. I got a mixtape coming soon. You know what I'm saying? It's called Happy Birthday Tales because my birthday's the 28th. I'm turning 24. Yeah. So yeah, man. And that was like literally right after you played my joint on the radio. I'm like, all right, perfect time. I got a video coming. I got a mixtape coming. I got a cypher coming. This is my time to push as much as I can. And also too, when they do that, I pay respects to my OG. Anytime I get a chance, I mention you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I seen it.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
Because I appreciate it, and I think that's another thing that that artists are missing too. They're just like, I did this by myself. Nah, bro. I did this with the help of John Dillinger, which is the owner of this place that we're in right now, that I can record in. G Money, who opened these doors. Kid Fresh, who played my joint. Like all my OGs, I'm always paying respects to, and I feel like that's a big thing too. Another thing, yo, what's up? I seen you interview dozens and dozens of artists on YouTube, man, and I feel like that's another thing that people kind of overlook. If you just literally just look up YouTube Kid Fresh, you'll see interview, and you're putting them on. You're not just talking like, nah. Kid Fresh here with artists such and such. I seen you do this and that. You know what I'm saying? You making noise in these streets. You're co-signing. You feel me? You're sticking your neck out for them. And it's up to them to figure out what they want to do with that from there. You know what I'm saying?
When I do these interviews, I try to give not only the artist that I'm interviewing, I try to give the viewer a blueprint on how you can get from point A to point B. From point B to point C. You gotta always keep setting goals. And I learned that process from Master P. When I was coming up in Houston, when I was riding around with
what part of
Houston.
What part of Houston?
Pearland.
Oh, okay, I see you. All right, I'm from Sugar Land. We talked about this.
Oh
already.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sugar Land. That's the money area.
Yeah, you already know. Yeah,
That's the money area.
man. I'm not gonna be in Third Ward with it. I'm not gonna be in Missouri City and all that.
Nah. Fortunate in Sugar Land.
Yeah, no, Sugar Land. I'm just saying, man. Like, but don't get it twisted. We right across the street from Missouri City.
That's
you know
right.
You know what's
City.
going on down in Mo City.
Yeah,
I'm not messing with that. I'm staying over here.
Shout out Travis Scotty from Elkins.
Yo, tell me why my cousin went to the same exact school with him, and that's a different story for a different time. My fault. Keep going. Yeah.
So I remember when I was coming up, and the first time I interviewed Master P, first of all, he rolled deep. He came up in there with C Murder, Silk the Shocker. This was before C Murder got his case. So he was just at the station every weekend. Every weekend he was there promoting. He was either doing a show or releasing a new single, releasing a new video. It was back then we used to do like record release parties.
Okay.
Scarface used to do a lot of them too. Like the day he releases his album, it would be at a store. And the store would be packing, come by, take pictures, get autograph signings. Master P got wind of that. He started doing it. And I remember my first interview, I was talking to him. He was telling me, you know, he used to call me little nigga. Yo, little nigga, you know what I'm saying? You gotta always set goals. And when you achieve one goal, start a new one. Gotta always set goals. And that's what I learned. You know, you can't get complacent in this business because the minute you get complacent, that's when you get lazy. When you get lazy, you stop doing all the things that help you get to where you are, and then that's how you fall off.
And that's a great segue to another question that I have for you. So like, you know how rappers they always like they know where they want to be. They're like, I want to be rich, famous. I want to be this and that third. What do radio hosts? What's the level up for them? Like, where are they trying to be?
Well, as a radio host,
and a personnel, not only you. There's more. You're more than just a radio host.
Right.
You're an event host. You're a personality. You're a voice.
Yeah. I mean, most goals for radio personalities is to move up in day part and or get into management.
Okay.
Because, usually the morning show is the highest paid salary. That's where most of the money is.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, that morning show. Walking Nancy, but they get that bag.
Yes.
They getting that bag. I need that morning show bag.
Hey man, give my boy promotion, man. What y'all doing, bro?
You know what? I give them all the props in the world because I can't be getting up no 4:30
Nah, for real though, man.
Getting ready for that shit. I tried it.
And they gotta be lit too. They gotta. Good morning. Nah, bro, I can't be that enthusiastic. Good morning. What y'all doing?
Yeah, even though you're getting that bag, man, that's some early hours. You gotta get up in the morning.
Facts.
And I'm not an early morning guy. I live that vamp life. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, my body's used to that vamp life.
I get up every morning regardless because I gotta do stuff, and I'm still not used to it.
Yeah,
but I feel you.
Yeah,
for sure.
So that's those are the main goals for personalities. Moving up in day part and or getting into management.
Okay. So this question is irrelevant from everything else we're talking about, but I'm super duper interested in hearing this. What is your top 5 underrated CT artists currently right now to this day? And you don't need to put it in order.
Underrated CT artists?
CT artists only.
Well, I can't say Chris Webby because Chris Webby is not underrated.
Two Tails.
I would say if Chris Webby comes to mind because he's such a talented artist. And he's a strong, loyal fan base.
And his lineage is crazy. His discography is nuts.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I always give credit where credit's due. And I've seen Chris Webby from the beginning. I watched him grow. I watched him get that fan base. I watched him sell out Toad's Place numerous times by himself.
And fun fact, he after almost every show that I attended, I've been to maybe 4 or 5 Chris Webby shows. He goes right in the audience and just talks to him. That's crazy to me. Yo, you're not too big to just go in the audience and have conversations with us. Takes pictures, daps me up.
That's the kind of art. See, he should be a blueprint of why the tri-state area, not just Connecticut, because you got New England, you got Springfield, you got Long Island that can hear us. He should be the blueprint of why these artists and these people should come together and support him, because he could be the flagship to New York, the Midwest, down south, out west, saying, look, you know what up? Connecticut got some talent. That white boy is talented.
Spit.
But up here, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
It's like, and I hate to say this about the tri-state area, but I can only comment on what I see. It's like he'll get a couple steps up that ladder, and then all of a sudden, them folks are trying to pull him down.
Yeah.
So I will start with Chris Webby. I like Anoid. Anoid is another.
Anoid, but he is like the blueprint for me for top spitters.
Yes.
Rap very, very, very well on a high level.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like what Anoid's doing. I love what Snoper's doing.
I like Snoper too.
Snoper is talented too, and she's hungry. And then I would say I would go probably out to Bridgeport. I like what Brillo Hayes is doing.
Okay.
Brillo Hayes.
You gotta put me on.
Yeah, Brillo Hayes out of Bridgeport. He's an OG in the game. He recently put out a song with Jadakiss, which is a really hot song. We played it for a little while too. So I like what Brillo's doing. And I like my man Two Tails.
Hey.
I can't forget my man Two Tails. Shout out Two Tails.
Appreciate you,
man. And the reason why I say that genuinely because you're one of those artists that you got good music and you got a good stage show. I've seen you perform. You're very, very talented, and you're humble and you're hungry.
Yes, sir.
And if my twin G Money vouches for you, I'm all in.
Hey man, I appreciate that. For real, it means a lot. And man, I appreciate you coming through for real. I appreciate everything that you've done for me. And is there anything else you want to say to the audience listening, to the people listening?
I mean, I think we've covered everything. I mean, the only thing I would say to artists out there that are viewing this thing, hate me, love me. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. You got to put that work in. Everybody out there, like I said earlier, everybody want the money, they want the fortune, they want the fame, they want the respect, they want the glory, but you got to work for it. You gotta work for it. You gotta always set goals. And once you achieve a goal, set a new goal.
That's facts.
You gotta always, your life is a journey. And it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. They're gonna be good days, they're gonna be bad days, they're gonna be ups, they're gonna be downs. My uncle used to always tell me, growing up, little nigga, he said, if you aren't strong enough to endure the bad times, then you're unworthy of experiencing the good times. You can't get too high when things go good. You can't get too low when it gets low. You gotta just stay cool, and stay on your path. Your path of success is your own path. Nobody else's. Everybody got their own path in life.
Yo, you should be a motivational speaker. I'm inspired. I'm not going to the studio right now.
I should be.
Shit.
My little brother in Dallas, he's a motivational speaker and he's great.
Yo,
he is great.
Man, you should go down there with in Dallas and talk with him.
Shout out Dr. Brad in Dallas, Texas.
Shout out Dallas too. That's real.
Yeah.
Like Dallas don't play either.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, dog.
Anytime, dog.
Man.
Appreciate you, dog. Anytime, dog.
Yes, sir.
Peace.